that, I was like, well, you can't live in a place where that's being tolerated, because this goes from stores to, they'll move to nightclubs, they'll move to restaurants, they'll decide what they're going to smash. It had nothing to do with George Floyd.
No.
It had nothing to do with him.
I agree.
Those restaurants, those stores had nothing to do with George Floyd.
And now, like in Minneapolis, the crime rate's like triple. The police won't even show up. They're like, people are like, why are you even paying me?
Yeah.
So what do you think, both of you, Mr. Dillon, what is the end game of this?
I'm going to finish my answer because I'm not done yet. It was also that there was restrictions that were put in place that didn't make any sense to me. There's restrictions for restaurants, restrictions for comedy clubs, restrictions for gyms. Like, why can't you just wear a mask?
Why are churches closed,
yes,
but Walmart's open?
Well, why are churches closed, but why is it okay to protest?
It's not open.
Why is everybody letting people protest?
Right.
Why aren't they saying, listen, I understand your want and desire to protest, but understand that you're most likely contributing to the spread of this virus, because that's a fact.
Right.
Even if you support the protests.
I agree.
Yeah, the end game seems to be, if you let something get bad enough, people will then accept all these more draconian security measures and censorship across the board.
Do you think that's what's going on with California? Like, why do you think they've kept California locked down this much?
They want to kill the U.S. economy. China's been open for 6 months. They admit it's leaked out that they're doing this to kill the U.S. economy. Remember,
it's leaked out how?
Oh, it's come out. Democratic Party reports. It's been stated. I mean, you heard Democrats all over the news say we want a depression to make Trump look bad.
Who said this?
Bill Maher.
Yeah, but Bill Maher is not a part of the Democratic Party. He's a comic.
I know, but I used
Bill
a public.
Maher but he jokes around about that. Like, look, if we can crash the economy.
Okay, well, regardless, when Jews try to, or Baptists in New York try to have an event, the police show up and arrest them.
Yes.
But then when Antifa or BLM was going around and burn stuff down, the mayor said it's great. And the mayor said, this is legitimate. Antifa is legitimate. Churches and synagogues. So it's power. It's selective enforcement. It's martial law. I have articles right here. I got parts back. ABC News is reporting in blue cities in Texas that they're going to come to your house and demand a COVID test, and if you don't, they're going to arrest you. Well, the federal and state courts have ruled they can't do that. El Paso, Texas.
But I want to bring you back to what you're saying about crashing the economy. You use Bill Maher as an example, and I just don't think that's a credible example because he's a comic.
They said that.
Yeah, but he's a comic, and he's
they
not
always
a
say
politician.
comics have bigger coverage than news people now. That's what Colbert and all them pose as news people.
Alex, you can't use him as an example of someone who's a politician who's calling for the economy to crash.
Strategically, if I was a Democrat, I wouldn't want things to open up again until Trump was out. Right?
Agreed.
Right? I mean, that's
agreed.
Yeah.
If you want
China wants us shut down. China admits they're using the virus to keep us shut down.
I think it's a bioweapon.
How long treatise on COVID-19?
Okay, we'll get to that momentarily.
Okay, I don't want to anger you though.
Before we
I love being here. I'll sit here and tell fart jokes if you want. I'd rather get drunk and just have a good time.
Before we get to that,
gonna sit in Tim's lap.
But you said something that I want you to back up. You said that the Democrats are. I'm not denying the possibility that this is the case, but this seems like if that was the case, it would be a grand conspiracy that would at least you'd have to have some evidence of this to make that statement. That they're trying or they want to crash the economy because they want to maintain power and to change censorship and to change the way
there are
the
countless
laws that
things.
people
Okay, well, we've had Governor Newsom, we've had Governor
Cuomo,
Whitmer, Cuomo, exactly, all say the economy isn't going to be open because Trump's done a bad job. We're not going to open it until he's gone. And then Whitmer's even come out and
wait a minute, Newsom has openly said that. You sure?
Yeah, type it in. I mean,
But what do you think he said? Listen. I'm a critic of Newsom because of his He's become an autocrat. He
keeps his wineries open.
But there's a lot of issues, right? There's a lot of issues. So that they close so many things.
Joe. Globalism was about selling America off and bankrupting us under Cloward and Piven strategies.
That's fine, but don't change the subject.
I'm not.
Specifically, what Newsom has said.
They can pull it up just like I told you about the AT&T.
But what did he say that you think? And again, I'm not a fan of him. I'm a critic. Listen, I think you got to give people, grown adults, the choice. If they just look, we don't have overrun hospitals. We don't have people dying in record numbers. They
We
keep
don't have
saying
5% death rates. We don't have 1%.
They keep saying the cases and the deaths are increasing. That is true. But as long as there's a disease, they're going to increase. The question is, at what rate? And the people that are dying,
it's never
how
about
many of them have comorbidity factors?
It's never about the death rate. It's always about increased infection because the death rate's way down. Now,
the death rate is way down.
As soon as the winter hits, they're going to say it's flu, and
Alex,
it's the colds. They're going to count as that.
You get me again. When you say the deaths increase, that is going to happen. The question is, by what rate and how many, right? Well,
you take the normal flu and pneumonia morbidity like they did this year, and you add that to the number. They've already run the same scam, and so whatever, they don't count flu as a death or pneumonia anymore. They all count it COVID because they get money on the chart.
Right.
They get $50,000+ when they call it a COVID death plus when they say that. They get $13,000 to say it's a COVID patient, and they get $29,000 or whatever extra when they intubate somebody. And so now, since when is like Congress saying how to do medicine?
Well, isn't the idea that they're doing this to give money to these hospitals to help them in the middle of a pandemic?
Yeah.
So
but then the hospitals code everything
as
as COVID to get the money. That's come out. They killed most people that died in nursing homes or died from intubation when it's an autoimmune event and you don't want intubation. It's intubation that's killing people.
But they initially thought you did.
But that's why
because it was respiratory
and thank
disease.
God the numbers went down because they stopped intubating.
Yes. That's
so
a big
now
factor.
it's all about everyone's being.
But
before there's this high death rate because they were intubating and they were counting on, and they were killing old people.
Right.
As soon as they stopped shipping folks to old homes that weren't getting vitamin D because no sun, it went like this. So infections like this, you can pull up the graphs.
Yes.
You're like, what's your science? Pull it up. And infections like this, deaths like this.
Right, where you're going up and down, right? Deaths down. Now, what did Gavin Newsom say though? That when you said that he said it's not going to get better until Trump's out of office.
Well, it's Whitmer that said that specifically, and he said Cuomo, because I remember that too. But he was just basically like, well, I want to be friends with Trump. There's been a bad response. We've got to keep the lockdown going. And, until Trump does this wrong, until we have a change, it's going to continue on. And then it's always about the power grab. Like, oh, it's 2 years we have to do it. Now it's first it's 15 days to keep the hospitals empty. And then it's 6 months, and now it's 2 years. And then Gates said like a week ago it's 10 years, and now they've got the people, Fauci and others, saying no, it never ends. You never shake hands.
Yeah.
And under the UN rules, they say don't look at someone and turn your head. So in Europe, you can type this in. Citizens in the UK told do not look at other people and turn your head. It's cult programming, man.
I think it's a pretty common talking point, and some people agree with it. Like a lot of Democrats would say, yeah, it's not going to get better until Trump is out because Trump has made a mess of it. I don't think Trump's done the best job.
That's what
clearly.
he said.
But that's a common talking point.
What could he have done better?
Well, done better. He shut down flights from China in February when Pelosi's running around in Chinatown saying, "Dance."
Yeah. But I think it's a pretty common belief that they're saying, listen, so I don't think it's a conspiracy, or I don't think like you have to find a source. I think it's like they believe if he wasn't in, that it won't get better until he's gone. So I don't think they actively are trying to make it better until he's gone.
Exactly.
You see what I mean?
Exactly. They want to keep the crisis going.
I do see what you're saying. I just want to know if there's evidence. I want to know if there's an actual statement where he said, when Trump leaves, then we'll open back up.
That's actually what Whitmer said specifically, but he said similar things. But
let's find where
I'm
Whitmer
going from
said
memory
that.
here. I mean, my God,
I understand, but
Jamie,
that's why I'm challenging you on it.
Jamie's on a ventilator.
I'm challenging you on this because
Jamie needs a ventilator.
people online
Get Jamie a
are going to
ventilator.
want to challenge you on this.
Right.
So I want.
Well, that's
I
what they
want
loved
to
about our
find-
last interview over a year and a half ago, which they loved, was that people could go and actually check the stuff I was saying, no matter how crazy.
And
they
a lot
found
of it is true. So I want to find that quote now. See if Whitmer said that it won't get better until Trump's out of office, in terms of the lockdown, restrictions.
Whitmer, lockdown won't end until Trump's out.
And didn't she lose some court case recently?
Yes. Her Supreme Court, but also federal courts have ruled across the country that you can't order churches to wear masks. You can't order social distancing. It's all just getting us to comply.
Don't you think it's a good idea to encourage people to wear masks if they're going into large gatherings?
A lot of
indoors?
studies show that doesn't even protect you. Listen. Trump told the truth a few days ago when he came out and he said, we're never going to control this. We have to learn herd immunity, or if you're really scared of it, take a vaccine. And the head epidemiologist of Rockefeller Hospital came out and said that and got banned on YouTube.
I mean, listen, Italy did social distancing. Italy did masks. Italy did everything you were supposed to do. and they're getting clobbered again. So that makes me think that maybe it's not a bad idea to do these things, but they don't seem to prevent a second wave.
Sweden didn't do any of it, and it's the lowest death rate in Europe.
Right, but it's also a country of small villages. They have a whole different way of life over there.
Well, I mean, Italy is a bunch of 3 generations living in one house.
Yeah, that's the problem.
And they have the oldest people in Europe.
Yeah. That's the problem.
So and they need sunlight. They smoke.
They're all
good food.
Try finding a gym over there.
They smoke on the treadmill.
It's so far. Every time I fucking go there, it's hard to find a gym.
Listen, exactly. They
Go to a restaurant. Enjoy your life.
Joe,
have a restaurant.
Joe, I came out 8 months ago, and I was selling this stuff, but I said get it at the store. Vitamin D, vitamin C, and zinc. If you have that on the NIH website, it can't, according to the NIH website, cannot replicate inside the mitochondria where the virus plugs into the cell and makes it replicate. Okay. And so like Jones claims he's got a cure. No, it's not a cure. If you've got sunlight and zinc and vitamin C and all these things you need, it's very hard to get these things. That's why it's old people in nursing homes that haven't been outside in years that are dying so easily. Now, Fauci finally 2 months ago came out and said, you need vitamin D, you need vitamin C, you need zinc.
Well, that is true. And young Jamie takes vitamin D and he kicked it in a day.
Yes. And vitamin C and zinc.
Young Jamie was feeling bad for a day.
But I don't want to argue, Joe. I want to just say I love Bill Gates.
Okay. I use Windows.
I'm looking for the quote. I can't find
Whitmer's quote.
A specific quote that says that. There's lots of quotes about them going back and forth, obviously, because they've had a public battle.
I just think anybody like that, whether it's Bill Gates or Bezos or anybody who's a billionaire, if they say, here's a suggested course of action, they have to expect that they're going to be criticized. And a lot of these guys don't like taking any criticism when they're issuing edicts. These are billionaires that are saying, this is how we're going to live.
Yeah, that's the next big question.
This amount of
Isn't
vaccinations.
it strange, though, that Bill Gates, who is not a health expert, is all of a sudden one of the leading voices?
Yeah, it's strange.
But
It's curious.
That's my next question.
Yeah.
Why is Bill Gates, who's not a doctor, suddenly on TV telling me how my life's going to go and what I'm going to do? This is the most important part.
Why is this a big project for him?
Well, he's also a guy that wanted to shoot a missile of dust into the atmosphere to help climate change. I mean, very few people in history have had the resources to even think of doing something like that.
That's right. He wants to have jets spray chemicals to block the sun.
Right. And the scientists went,
Joe?
No good. They went, not a good idea. So, and then if you call him on that, he goes, the lies and the conspiracy theories. It's like, no, we're just asking you why you want to shoot missiles into space.
He went on CBS News and they go, 80% of those taking your vaccine trial are getting very sick. Some are dying. He's like, well, that's just how it is. You can pull these clips up.
What?
Yeah.
He said that's just how it is?
Yeah, he said, well, the FDA is going to approve it. I like
Look at you. He's beat red. Look at you. You're blending in with the walls.
But yeah, it's a problem. That's hilarious. That's a problem.
It's a problem.
It's
I'm kind of retarded.
This is... Listen, this is
that
remember
meme is hilarious.
For 2 years they said Trump worked for. I've heard of political mudslinging my whole life. For 2 years they said Trump was an agent of Russia. He was an asset of Russia. The president. Then they did a whole report, and then it came out that he wasn't. There was no proof of it. With the CIA, the NSA, everybody. And then they went like this. They went, well, we might have been wrong about that. I mean, it's mind-blowing.
One of the most disturbing things to me was when Ted Cruz was cross-examining Comey when he was asking him questions about what they did with evidence and how they doctored evidence. What do you got, Jamie? Oh.
I just can't believe that Brian Redband is here.
He saved us. Brian flew in when Jamie tested positive for cooties. And we had to have
like 16
direct
years?
protocol. Yeah, forever. So we had to have the protocol was you have to be 10 days and you have to test negative 3 days in a row.
Should Brian move here?
Before you come. Yeah, Brian's going to move here. He's looking at houses right now.
You are too.
Tim's going to move here.
I might.
You're moving here, bitch.
I might.
Come on, son.
I don't know. I gotta save LA first from the Satanists.
Listen, it's not coming back.
I know.
Hey, let's talk about that.
Not coming back.
Please, a little bit of stuff.
Yeah.
I don't want to fight Joe.
We're not fighting.
No one's fighting.
And I'm not. I mean, this much apple juice, I'm having trouble thinking.
It's okay. I love you.
No, you
We're
did
fine.
this. Just have some.
No, I can't. I made a promise.
But on election night, I can pop in. We're going to have one.
That's November 3rd. That's November.
But I will be able to pop in.
6 more.
We're very excited.
Put that down. I have 6 more days of sobriety.
That's going to be a fun
But
night.
I got to be honest. I'm a little high from this cigar.
Hey, you couldn't have a bigger promo for your election night. I'm glad you actually announced it here.
Well, Kyle Kalinski's been asking when he can announce it, so now you know, Kyle. There you go. It's official.
There you go, Kyle.
I'm excited to get everybody in the room
All right,
and watch
listen,
the demise
I want to
of
cover
Western
some of this real
civilization
stuff here.
in real time.
Can I show you some stuff?
Yeah, what do you got? Do we ever find a quote for Whitmer?
I can't find
Okay.
There's lots of quotes, but I can't find that.
Do you want me to find it?
Can you? Just Google on your phone, and Tim and I will talk amongst ourselves.
Okay, go
and then
ahead.
we'll pull up whatever that is.
Okay.
Gretchen Whitmer, they almost kidnapped her, by the
Here
way.
it is.
No, I don't have it. I'm just saying.
Oh,
that's what I
Whitmer
typed
when
in.
Trump leaves office quote.
She was almost
not how you find it.
there was a kidnapping plot against her,
No, it's
Yes.
Whitmer.
which 50% of the
Lockdowns won't end till Trump gone. That's just come on.
right.
Lockdowns won't end till Trump gone. Try that.
Whatever. I know it's true.
Try
I
that.
didn't find it.
Whitmer, lockdowns won't end till Trump gone. He'll find it. Yeah, the plot to assassinate her. What the fuck
It was a
that all
plot to
about?
like kidnap her. That was weird, but
And
I'm
I
sure it's
predicted
murder,
up
right?
front that it was going to be FBI provocateurs, and it turned out the two leaders were FBI informants.
what? What's even crazier is 52% of the citizens in Michigan agreed with the plot. That's a joke.
It's a good one.
They're going to edit that part where you say that's a joke.
Joe Rogan's guest calls for kidnapping.
This is outrageous. Deplatform.
Central Control.
When I went on Alex's show, Alex goes, Snopes always goes and finds like jokes he makes, and they go, correction, Hillary Clinton is not an Oompa Loompa.
Did you guys see that Brett Weinstein's Unity 2020 account was also banned from
My
Twitter?
producer just told me that.
It
Yeah.
was, his Unity 2020 account which was calling for a third party, was calling for unity between people on the right and the left to get together and have conversations and perhaps even have an alternative candidate.
That's outrageous.
Well, he's a fucking scholar, and he's a guy who became famous because he was a professor at Evergreen University, and the leftists took over the college.
When they said we're going to shut it down and whites can't come one day a month,
Yeah.
they had,
and then they banned him.
yes, well, they didn't
Froze it.
just ban him. They went looking for him in the parking lot
They
with a
chased
baseball
around
bat.
with baseball bats. Yeah.
It was terrifying
So-
shit.
so let me ask
and
this.
then the principal was going along with everything. Literally, they yelled at the principal, "Don't gesture with your hands." Because you're threatening us, but he was talking like this,
Right.
like,
Oh,
"Put
did
your
you
hands
hear?
out."
They started
And then
laughing at him.
laughing at him.
British universities like Oxford, I think is the one. Look it up. Oxford or Cambridge, one of the big ones. You can't clap. It's a microaggression, Joe.
Oh, that's so crazy. But this is what we were talking about for years, and people were saying, why are you concerned with what happens in the universities? It's the same thing we were saying about censorship. Because it keeps going. It
never
doesn't
stops.
stop.
Yeah.
When you allow that kind of nonsense in universities, those kids graduate, and they want to carry these goofy fucking practices into all of these
So
corporations.
let me ask you
and
about
you're
this
seeing
question.
that now. You're
This
seeing that
is
now.
It's one of the things I wrote down I wanted to ask you, Joe and Tim Dillon. What happens? Where do they stop? Because they're going to keep running until they hit opposition, which is starting to happen. How far does it go?
I was hoping there was going to be some sort of a federal regulation. I was hoping that Trump was going to step in and they were going to amend the First Amendment to include social media. Because I think what you're seeing now, the argument that these are just private corporations, I don't think that argument is valid anymore, because the impact that they have, the significance of being able to speak or not being able to speak has massive implications on our election. We see this with the New York Post being
Election
censored.
meddling.
We see it with the New York Post being censored with this Hunter Biden story. Whether you agree with the story being leaked or not, the fact that the New York fucking Post, which is a legitimate newspaper, as outrageous as they are, and the fact that the fucking White House press secretary gets banned from Twitter for tweeting that link.
That's very dangerous.
This is crazy.
I mean, I think it leads to violence, because if you take everybody's ability to communicate away, there's nothing left to do but commit acts of violence.
And by the way, that's a Kennedy quote. Those
Right.
that make
Hi there, everybody. I'm Martin Tyler. This is the Signal Iduna Park. And this match features Borussia Dortmund against Bayer Leverkusen.
Now first versus third. A chance for that third-place team, Martin, to take back the leaders with a good performance. It's not going to be easy, but they've got the talent to do it.
Zurheider is today's referee. And here we are, start of the match. Lars Bender. It's looking good, this move. This could be danger with this passing. Came in with the challenge and the ball broke free. Mario Götze. Quick into the tackle, and the result is going to be a throw. There's a chance for a double for the team that are the visiting team today. Had a good win against this side that they're visiting in the other match between the two clubs earlier in the season. Going for goal! Goalkeeper hangs on. Mario Götze. Well, this attack got a bit of menace to it. Well, they passed their way up into a good position here and then just lost the concentration, lost the ball as well. Now they've got to work hard to try and get it back. That's out, it'll be a throw. Lars Bender. Well, they're building steadily here, working away. Tackle here. Good position, they've worked this attack very well into quite a dangerous position now. Got a substitute now ready for Bayer Leverkusen. Well, the referee had a good look at the player who was down and decided it was serious enough to stop the game. And the substitution is going to happen now for the injured player.
And he looks as if it's like for like. Shouldn't change the system too much.
Ginter. Shahi. Good try with that back heel. 1-2 and having a little game of their own here. Julian Weigl. Now they've got a chance in this part of the pitch. There goes the cross. Made sure the ball is stuck at his foot. Here comes the challenge. Bender. So we'll restart with a throw-in. They've got the ball rolling again straight away. I think, Callum, the home team need a win. A couple of draws in their last two games. It's slightly unsatisfactory.
Yeah, I think they do need that win just to give them a bit of confidence.
Oh, penalty! No question. Well, that's a dark moment for the offender, but what a chance for the opposition to take the lead now from the resultant penalty.
Yeah, this might be...
Wonderful goalkeeping.
Well, so often it is a game of cat and mouse, but he was up to the challenge.
Came in with a challenge. Borussia Dortmund back in possession. Shahid. Attacking team not happy about that offside call, but we can see it again here.
Well, he is quick, this lad, and he can afford to give himself another yard. I think he's got the beating of these defenders in a race.
Now it's Borussia Dortmund. They've got a chance to use the advantage rule here. On the attack here. Came in with the challenge and the ball broke free. Lars Bender. Headed down to a teammate. Could be dangerous. And in goes the cross. Mario Götze. Giving the ball away now. Probing away, trying to find room for a shot maybe. It was nicely worked until that point when it broke down. Now they've got to try and regain possession. Weigl, here's a chance to attack. It will be their throw. Ginter. Good through pass. That's great defending there, stopping that attack. Gets his foot in there. Trying to find an opening. Not panicking. Great passage of passing play there. Shahid. Now the shot! And they've cut it out. Good defending. Well, there'll be 2 added minutes. Well, they're in a good position here. Mario Götze. And it's a headed effort at goal. Super header, narrowly wide.
Yeah, the goalie was rooted to the spot there.
Well, that is half-time, and the score is 0-0 here. Well, it's only an average first half from Borussia Dortmund, reflected on the scoreline, which sees the two teams level at half-time.
Yeah, they've not been as potent as we've seen so often this season, but still 45 minutes.
And we've got another 45 minutes to go, and set your watches, off we go. pass. A lot of defenders between them and the goal, but they still got the ball. That's good support play from his teammates. Promising build-up until that challenge. Sebastian Rode. And that will be a throw. Matija Nastasic. Shortly on your screens on EA Sports, of course, the Bundesliga fixture, Bayer Leverkusen. They'll be hosting Bayern Munich.
Yeah, a lot of people have been talking about this one. Looking forward to it.
Possession changes feet. Kevin Campbell. Volland. Came in with a challenge. Shahi. Working hard just to see maybe a sight of goal. Substitution now for Bayer Leverkusen. It's a free kick against Bayer Leverkusen. Well, this is where substitutes are important. Who and when. Patience is the name of the game at the moment. Mikel Merino. And they're passing so well out there. Bayer Leverkusen winning that ball back well. And there is going to be a substitution now for Borussia Dortmund. They'll get a free kick for that. Free kick on target, but not really troubling the goalkeeper. Well, the tackle there has led to a throw. They're on the move now. There's good progress with this attack. Well, here comes the support. He's got his shot off now. That's a good block. Now Marino. He can put them in front. What a fine save. On the front foot now, they've got a corner, hoping for the goal that would put them in the lead. Held off the defender with some good touches here. "20 minutes of the 90 still to play. Free kick given. That's going to be a yellow card for this player.
You can't have any complaints.
That was an easy decision for the ref.
Well, it is. He saw the ball and he thought he could win it, but just a fraction off.
He's coming forward with some danger. Trying to find an opening. Not panicking. They've coped with it well defensively. Mikel Merino. Could make a chance with this tackle. Kevin Campbell. Referee's given them a free kick in a real position of some danger to the opposition. Well, they know their football here, Alan, don't they? And they're not happy. They suspect a bit of gamesmanship.
Yeah, and I think they're right to suspect that, because the away team here really are trying to tick down the clock and get something out of this match.
And he steps up for the free. Well, he could have scored. So close. Dub. Mario Götze. Dub. Trying to switch on the attacking power in this situation. Tried to tackle here, and he's done that. And we have 9 remaining minutes. Will be a change for Bayer Leverkusen. Dub. Goal news from the Veltins Arena. Alan McInally.
It's a third goal for Schalke. 6 minutes remain. 3-1.
Thanks, Alan. Could be dangerous. I've got a great understanding of this team. Just look at the passing. Now the shot! Great save by a diving goalkeeper.
Well, that will feel extra special for this goalkeeper, coming as it did late in the match, keeping his clean sheet.
And in goes the cross. The attack has fizzled out here. Goal kick. Quick tempo to the passing. The opposition can't get near them. Andre Hahn. Just seen the board there, Alan. 4 minutes of added time.
Well, there's a little buzz gone around the stadium because they realise that should be enough to get home and hosed.
Ginter. Oh, good through ball. Matthias Ginter. Julian Weigl. And it's 0-0 here at the final whistle. Well, when you look at the shots on goal, you would think there would be one outright winner here, but that hasn't been the case. The game's finished level.
One to forget for a lot of the strikers. They weren't clinical out there. Shooting practice maybe Monday morning.
Excellent effort from the opposition here to beat Borussia Dortmund. Doesn't happen very often these days, and certainly the stats when you look going into the game, it looked all Dortmund. It should be that, but it's been defeat today for Borussia Dortmund.
Well, I think the visitors came here just with the intention of parking the bus, if you like, and they managed to achieve that.
They mean it was a draw, not a defeat.
There's a chance for a double for the team that are going for goal! Goalkeeper hands on. He can put them in front. What a fine save. He steps up for the free kick. Got a great understanding of this team. Just look at the passing. And now the shot!
I was very lucky, actually.
Bundesliga. Cologne 2, Wolfsburg 1. Borussia Dortmund 0, Bayer Leverkusen 0. Augsburg 2, Eintracht Frankfurt 2. Schalke 3, Freiburg 1. Werder Bremen 1, Hamburg 2. Stuttgart 0, Hoffenheim 2. Now let's see what effect that's had on the league standings. At the top of the table remain Borussia Dortmund with 46 points. In second, rising up the table, are Schalke with 39 points. In third, Bayer Leverkusen with 39 points, but only behind on goal difference. In fourth and falling are Bayern Munich with 38 points, with a game in hand on the team above. In fifth, Mainz with 37 points. In sixth, climbing the table, are Hoffenheim with 31 points. In seventh, moving down, are Wolfsburg with 31 points, but only behind on goal difference. Bottom of the table, St. Pauli with 10 points, with a game in hand on the team above. And then reading up the table, second bottom and falling are Freiburg with 15 points, but only behind on goal difference. Third bottom, rising up the table, are Augsburg with 15 points. Fourth bottom, Eintracht Frankfurt with 16 points. Fifth bottom, VfB Stuttgart with 17 points.
Later because I've got some stuff I've got to do. Throwing a concert in January at the beach and called the Eastern Suburbs Barbecue 2021, and today I've got a funeral to go to, so I'll be back on a little bit later. Cheers, have a good day.